In a world full of shitty internet parodies,
oh boy,
one man,
that's me,
took the time to complain about it all.
Okay, this is starting to sound like my own obituary.
And delivered the hot, spicy truth.
You're speaking past tense, but I still got one more left in the tank.
This is the Burning Bridges finale with Ivan LeRoy.
Hi, I'm Ivan LeRoy, and welcome to the last episode of Burning Bridges. Yeah, don't all cheer at once. I wasn't kicked off the show or anything. You see, when I joined in on establishing the Abridged Lounge all those many moons ago, I told the admins distinctly that my tenure here was meant to be temporary. My purpose was to speak up when I saw something going wrong, so they wouldn't repeat the mistakes of the past. Just to get it on its feet. But before you know it, I'm on the creative team, judging the Abridged Rewind, offering feedback on show pitches, and yelling at the mods for waving their band hammers around like vicious baboons. And, surprise twist, against everyone's better judgment, they gave me my own show to boot. My own platform to admonish you for not doing things my way. It's been a rather interesting experience, to say the least, but I did it all for the love of abridging. I said it before and I'll say it again, I'm very critical of the things that I love. I wouldn't expend so much time, energy, and passion into something I didn't love. And no, this departure isn't happening because I've fallen out of love with abridging. I'm not tired of shouting at people who don't want to listen. Quite the contrary. I'm abridging and criticizing and screaming harder and louder than ever. But my personal channel is growing and demanding more of that time, that energy, and passion, of which I no longer have enough to offer ABLO. I told Pyro from the very start I wasn't supposed to stick around here very long. In fact, I specifically told him to kick my ass out when I served my purpose. And I do believe my purpose here has been served. So I'm kicking my own ass out.
Last burn! The following is the opinion of a single individual and does not reflect the views, objectives, and visions of the Abridged Lounge. However, it is the opinion of one of the most defined, practiced, and distinguished voices in the abridging community. The words about to be shared, harsh as they may seem, should be heeded. It was an honor serving you, Captain.
And you, Bubble Wrap 5000. Now initiate self-destruct sequence.
I love you.
Fuck all this sentimentality shit. Y'all are about to see me at my baddest behavior. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. Fuck this. Let's just get it over with. Abridging is going nowhere and it's everyone's fault. Sorry, that's fluffy generalized talk. Abridging is dying and it's your fault. This is an exaggeration, not hyperbole. YouTube is tightening the noose as we speak, and our biggest advocates, TFS, are running. A couple larger groups scream in vain, where's the fair use? Well, I like to pose that same question to them. I like to pose it to you. You ask YouTube and copyright holders to respect this outdated and very controversial law. But do you? Are you really following fair use correctly? Because the way I see it, abridging as a whole, as one solid, single faction, does not adhere to fair use practices. And as such, YouTube and copyright holders are at full liberty to wipe us off the map. Think about it, for once, and you can easily see why licensors don't want us playing with their content. One factor of the Fair Use Clause protects a parody when it does not negatively impact the market for a source material. Allow me to play devil's advocate here. Pretend that I am a licensor, or a licensor's leech, I mean lawyer, I mean leech. Allow me to say that abridging does hurt its primary source, the anime market. And it does this by hurting its reputation, because reputation is an effector of market potential. Once again, look at abridging as a whole, and now relate it to anime. From an outsider, abridging as a whole targets anime as a landing strip for empty references, dick jokes, sex jokes, rape jokes, sexism, racism, homophobia, making fun of disabilities, etc., without substantial commentary to follow it. These are all the things found in the average abridged parody. Don't believe me? I did the fucking research. I plugged the fucking numbers. Some of my earliest work is also guilty of this. The grand majority of the abridging community is currently guilty of this. But LeRoy, we're just having fun. No. I said it last month. I don't take fun as an excuse. You're toying with somebody else's hard work. Let me repeat, somebody else's hard work. Treat it as such. Respect it. That's what you'd want, right? Now pretend you are the licensor. Hell, pretend you are the sole creator, proprietor, owner of an original work, and somebody took your work, removed the voices, and screamed the N-word over it, among other atrocities. Are you gonna take that shit sitting down? Fuck no, you're not. Don't pretend like you're cool with it, but if somehow you genuinely are, you have a profound level of disrespect for yourself, and you ought to get that checked. And yes, freedom of speech is all well and good. Hell, I'm not saying you couldn't pull off one of these little atrocities and reflect some social commentary off it. It's absolutely plausible. Problem is, I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking for it. Very much so, I want to find it. But it's just not there. It's not in you. And it's very much not in me at the moment. Someday, maybe someone can pull it off, but that's going to require a very disciplined hand. And as we see so far, that hand ain't coming anytime soon. And callously attaching offensive, hurtful material into somebody else's work puts them at full liberty to take your ass down. Licensors don't know why it is exactly we choose their work. Nobody besides people who actually abridge understand that the production style of an anime lends itself to being easily edited and parodied. Before I abridged, I assumed anime was disproportionately chosen over Western animation because simply TFS did it. If I didn't know as a fan, why would a goddamn suit know? From their perspective, it looks like we choose to parody anime because it's an easy target. To them, it looks like anime is an easy target for the lowest common denominator form of irreverence. And look at how American entertainment represented itself recently, and its reverence for the anime community, with Neo Yokio. That's what they think we think of them. The disrespect trickles even outside our own medium, and into all of entertainment. Would you let such a consistent stream of garbage perspective even remotely near your work? If you had the power to keep it away, you would. The moment you upload a parody, you have already raised a red flag. You have already been profiled because of your contemporaries. It doesn't matter if you are playing by the rules. It doesn't matter how well produced TFS or Something Witty's work is. It doesn't matter how innocently funny the Schmucks or the Elite 3 are. It doesn't matter how much narrative depth can be found in Blazing Edge or Crow or JoyRide Entertainment. You are guilty by association, because the abridging community is only as strong as its weakest member. And we got a lot of weak members. And unfortunately, they comprise the majority of what this community has to offer. But LeRoy, that's not me. I'm playing by the rules. I'm working hard. I'm trying to take it to the next level. I'm not being an offensive edgelord. I know. I'm not either. But I'm still responsible. We are still responsible. That's why it's called the abridging community, not the mass of individually acting individuals doing the same activity but doing independently, called abridging. When one person makes garbage, it makes us all look like garbage. See why I fight so hard? It's called pride. Get some. I love abridging. I believe it's one of the most clever, creatively demanding, and expressive forms of commentary and criticism found within all of fandom. Sadly, very few people treat it this way. Very few people understand that it is not corporate greed that prevents abridging from becoming a legitimized medium, but our generalized, poor understanding of how to produce a legitimized product. You say again, it's for fun. I say again, I call your bullshit. Deep down, I know what you're trying to get out of this, and because of that, we have to be better. Because if they really wanted to, licensors could snuff us all out at once instead of this slow asphyxiation they're pulling off right now. And this slow noose tying right now gives us the opportunity to change right now. To be accountable for the quality of each other. And if we don't change now, abridging has no future. And that is my last burn.
Final rewind!
No sense fearing about a future you're not man enough to do something about, so let's have some fun back in the present, shall we? October 2017. I just spent the past 9 minutes ranting about the callous, edgelord memeing cancer of this community, and here returns the Pallet Town champion himself, Dizzasta, bringing back Fairy Tail Abridged Episode 11, with a refreshing bit of fun and discipline. There's a new sense of maturity in this sophomore outing. Not laugh out loud funny, but never cheap. The laughs you do get here, though, are well-earned, derived from well-timed gags and good character play. And when it does reach for that cheap referential humor, it plays the joke up in multiple parts, informs the joke, moves the scene along, so it's earned. If you want to dig into the technical side of things, we have a nice, diverse, well-utilized cast. And I must say, props on the cast, because Senile Snake is hard to outcharm. Like, that dude is the sole redeeming factor in a lot of bad parodies, but here, he's just one amongst many charismatic performances. So kudos to the vocal directing. That said, the problem with a diverse cast is that diversity gives way to some inconsistencies in mic quality. Not that anybody sounds bad. Okay, one small role sounds like they were recorded in a trash can. Also, some of the lip flaps are a bit off? That's not fair to say, because this isn't an issue the average audience would see or care to see. It's more like there's sometimes, not always, but sometimes the most bare bones looking lip flaps that distracts you because it can't follow the phonemes correctly. Also, missing sound effects. Then again, you can't blame Red Beats though. He edits like 20 different parodies now. I'm sure he'll get back on his A game when the schmucks allow him his annual 5-minute nap next year. All in all, this is a solid parody with just a few minor technical distractions. Give Dizzasta and his crew a few more reps to shake that rust off, and they'll be abridging like the best of them. Death Barred Place is another stunning reminder of why UntilDawnCreeps is quietly one of the most underrated, underappreciated, distinct, and just downright weirdest directors in this community. There's nothing particularly remarkable about his dialogue, especially not in this particular short, but god damn, the direction of it is stunning. It's always stunning. I don't know a single person here who is able to utilize comedic cuts as effectively and as hilariously as he does. It doesn't matter what the characters are saying, with just an effortless quick shift in tone of voice, frame, or music, and he delivers a well-packaged laugh right at your doorstep. Many of us tend to overthink things and push our niche very hard upon the audience to retain their attention. But UDC just sits back, relaxes, and sprinkles in those little tonal curveballs to keep us on our toes. It's so uncomfortable to experience. It's just plain hilarious. The Tragedy of Captain Tyler by Inagata Devita is fantastic. If it was the year 2008. All joking aside is what I would say if it wasn't so fucking obvious that he dusted the script off from the wine cellar that read post-Bush, pre-Obama vintage. But let's push the heavily dated narrative and impersonations aside. What did I love about this? Well, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how dated the writing is, because it's actual writing to begin with. Captain Tyler is legitimately an entertaining character to follow. He's this bumbling, stumbling little slice of humanity and chews up every precious second of this one-shot stick. Because it's a one-shot, he can't overstay his welcome, so they can throw literally every possible gold bit at him. And remember when I brought up commentary and criticism in the monologue? Ina and his newly acquired crew, they get that. They reflect that in this work. Although I haven't seen the source, hell, I don't even know what it is. I can still easily see how they're speaking on the absurdity of the premise and its protagonist. Add a dish of political satire vehicle for its supporting cast, regardless of how dated it is, and you got yourself a solid parody. HELLSING Ultimate Abridged 8 by Takahata 101. Ladies and gentlemen, sell Mr. R not as low as you wish on the bulk of his previous work, but he and TeamFourStar came together and brought it this time. This is a near decade's worth of built-up hype channeled into pure, concentrated maximum payoff, filled with some of the best character work I've ever seen in parody, and I am legitimately concerned for the future now, as this installment saw up to both the climax and end of one of the most beautiful bromances in abridging. I'm assuming there's at least one more episode left, but goddamn, everything you could possibly ever want out of this series, you got it and more in this episode. They fucking cleaned house, and there's really not much else left to give here, save for wrapping up on the remaining plot thread, which, to quote the Major himself, who gives a shit? They're just Nazis. The Iscariots and the Catholic Crusaders were far more compelling antagonists than what we have left. That said, one consistent criticism I'm hearing from my familiars is that it wasn't funny enough. It was funnier than the last episode at least, which was an abysmal fan dub. But don't listen to that bullshit. What's important is that dialogue remained engaging. From start to finish, the narrative was compelling. It had you by the throat and the balls the entire time. Comedy being the end-all, be-all root of abridging is the biggest, oldest lie in this community, because no one fucking agrees on what's funny. I spent most of my monologue complaining about edgelord humor. I'm sure some people absolutely love that. As such, comedy is subjective, but compelling is always compelling. I'll take it over comedy any day. I will take Hellsing Abridged 8 over most parodies any day. If abridging was wiped off the face of the planet overnight, HAROHEE 13 by MyToasterIsRetarded would be the obituary it deserves. My joint kicking of the community looks rather cowardly in comparison to the absolute throat-throttling Rel delivers here. No one is spared in this 18 minutes of hilarious and superbly paced interrogation. Going into greater detail would spoil the fun of what is essentially a low-key Abridger Dudes Christmas special, so I'll leave it at this. Whether you criticize or contribute to the problems of this community, this is a must-watch. Everyone can get something out of this.
Friendly fire! We saved the best for last. Joining LeRoy today is none other than the voice of Woody in Toy Story 2, the video game for the Sega Genesis. Sprite stuff!
What were we saying about ABLO? How much we both respect it? I've got some topics. I don't know why I would make a lie like that.
I was about to say you do. I said I'm intrigued. You could take the show.
No,
They're looking for a new host.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why would
that's
I
why
say that?
that's why I
immediately
brought you
gonna
on
go
here, Sam. You're going to inherit my curse.
Just my.
That's why you're the last guest.
Hey,
Because now a fucking ghost comes out of me and comes to you. Now you're trapped in burning bridges. It's your show now.
I could do the whole thing. What do we need you for? I don't even need other guests. I'll just fucking talk to myself.
I mean, you could riff with yourself. You can do all your different voices. You can just pretend to be different people. It'd be so much easier than scheduling recording sessions.
Oh, absolutely. No, if I ran Burning Bridges, the first thing I would do would be host the entire show in an Irish accent to keep that stereotype going forward.
Oh, nice.
I'm writing Meliodas till I die.
You should. That's your biggest role, right?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Is it the one I'm most proud of? Sure.
Was it sure? You sure you're proud of it?
No, I shouldn't say that. I fucking love playing it. But,
yeah, it's a fun one.
No, I just fucking hate... I just hate fans.
I know, because they know you for that one fucking voice.
Yeah. No, like, I've always kind of, like, wanted to be, like, popular, but then as I'm starting to get a little bit more popular within the community, I realize I don't want it at all.
Yep. You're like, man, it's so good to be famous, and you realize, oh shit, now too many people keep fucking bugging you. And also you have to watch what you say, and you have to watch what you say now. That's partly the reason why the show's ending. I'm kind of held responsible now. Can't be fucking around anymore.
Yeah, well, because people know where you live now. Sorry about that. Again, I really shouldn't have DM'd your address.
Oh, it's okay. That keeps me on my keeps me sharp. You know.
No, but the reason, like, I kind of don't like it when people talk to me is because I kind of assumed that, like, it would be just like people going, "Oh, hey, I really liked your thing. That's great," and then I'd be able to be like, "Oh, yeah, thanks," and then that happens, but then there's more. It doesn't end there, and I don't know what to do after saying thanks. Hi, I'm a fan of your work. You're like, thanks. After that, no idea where the fuck to go with it.
It's so awkward because, I mean, especially if you're in the limelight a lot, like I do a lot of fucking live streams and shit and podcasts, and it's like, they know so much about you, but you know nothing. It's a one-sided fucking... So it's like, yeah, please keep praising me, because otherwise there's no conversation we can have.
Yeah, there's nowhere else I can go for. It's like, oh, I really liked you doing that one role. Great, I really liked that comment from just now.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
I like you when you like my tweets. So what have you been up to these days besides abridging? Because there's one thing I want to talk to you about that I want to get in the minutia. I don't even care. This is an abridging podcast. But I so badly want to talk to you about Marvelous. So badly. We've never talked about it.
I'd be more happy to talk about that, to be honest, because abridging, I'm doing jack shit. I put out a video that I wrote like 2
but
years ago.
you're primarily a voice actor. You've got the good life. You just bust out those beautiful pipes and you can call it a day.
Oh, I just Steven Tyler impersonations all day.
Oh, that's true.
Nothing else.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I just want to prime the audience here. Fucking Sam did this big fucking Marvel parody fucking musical what was that, last year? Or earlier this year?
It was a year and a month ago, or came out around September.
Yeah, and you were like, oh yeah, because it took a while to get released. That's why. Because I backed it, and then I got the video of it. Because you played fucking Wolverine and fucking killed it. I mean, everyone in that fucking play killed it.
Cheers, man.
You guys did a great job, and I loved it.
Surrounded by incredibly talented cast. I'm still incredibly good friends with almost all of the cast. You can't always be friends with everyone, but
it's show business.
Fucking, if any of you guys are listening,
I wish I was still friends with the people I did stand up and improv with. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it can be hard.
So I got a question here. What's the first abridged? Because you've done so fucking many. Do you even remember the first thing you voice acted in? How did you get in? How the fuck did you find your way in here? You're too damn talented, dude.
Well, I've been watching abridged stuff like before TeamFourStar was even a thing. I would say I'm like third generation abridger, and the first thing I've ever fucking did was a parody of The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. Basically, just all the cutscenes.
Did you do it yourself?
My brother and I.
Oh, so you and your brother did. Okay. Did you cast in somebody else?
My brother and I.
Did. When did you first get cast?
Well, back in those days, to find roles, the only way you could really do it.
Dick, but we all had to.
Yeah, it sucked dick and YouTube auditions, which you would. This is what I do. Like back in the day, like there was a technique to do it because I just wanted as many roles as possible. So you would go YouTube abridged auditions and then search for the most recent. No YouTube forum. People would just upload videos of saying, hey, I'm making this series. I need voice actors. Yeah, and I did that all the time. That's the way it goes. Actually, fun fact, that's how I met Buddy VA. As much as I love to say I prefer making my own stuff, I really do. It's just I don't have any kind of capacity for effort.
It's a lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work. Especially, I mean, it's a lot of work just getting it done. We haven't even discussed making it good yet. That's even more. That's so much more.
People do not give any credit towards like having good production, and
I mean
there's this idea within like abridging culture.
Like they appreciate it, but they don't really. You can't really appreciate it until you've done it. Because I've been there. I was a fan first before I was a fucking abridger, and I did not fucking understand any of it until I did it myself. And even when I first started doing it, I still didn't understand.
No, I'm saying people get production mixed up with, actually wanting to make something look good and original and, really put a kind of style into it. That's what production is. People just kind of have like this checklist of, there's got to be enough sound, there's got to be the lip flaps have got to be correct, otherwise it's a terrible video. First off, lip flaps you can do without. Honestly,
I mean,
at the core of everything.
I brought it up in the monologue, but I did my rewind for the month. Fucking My Toaster Is Retarded. Rel Hoffman. He don't fucking do lip flaps, and you can't even fucking tell. Just do how Funimation does. It's called the Funimation method. You just let it roll. Just make sure the lip flaps don't roll off.
Yeah, all you fucking anime pretenders, all you anime fans out there who say lip flaps are all important. Suck yourself. Go and actually suck yourself. Because you don't mean that at all.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. Because I tested this out with my fucking, because I coach high school tennis. So I got these kids who are in the demographic for abridged watching. I literally, back before I started doing those fancy fucking little lip flaps, I showed them my EPO and I showed them TeamFourStar and I said, did you notice anything about the mouths? And they're like, we're supposed to be paying attention to the mouths? I'm like, yeah, that's about correct.
No, see, no one really gives a fuck about it, but I would say you are at a difference. Because you do put a lot of work into your lip flaps.
I make it noticeable. That's not lip flapping. That's pretty much a whole different thing. Because if you asked an actual good lip flapper like Dr. Applejuice, he would say my lip flaps suck. He would absolutely say they suck. Like like what I'm doing is completely different, and it doesn't count. I'm cheating in a way because I'm adding more frames to make it fit what I want. Now the whole practice of making those frames.
That's style,
yeah, it's style, of course. It's I go the other way. I call it niche and novelty. It's my novelty, is what it is.
Yeah, but then what are you going to do if you need cool words like steez?
Steez?
What's the steez for
steez?
niche?
I'm about to say
sounds like
steez
an
from
idiot.
now on.
Yeah, that's my lip flapping steez.
The steez, man. Surprise stuff, you'd be so cool in the 1960s.
Oh, I would have nailed the 1960s.
Boom. So you just see fucking you just fucking in the back of Grease Lightning.
Oh man, you should have seen me when I was 16 because I already had the long greasy hair. Would have been perfect. Just bring it back for the 60s. So, lip flapping. Do it if you want to.
Yeah, exactly. I
I
want to because I can't fucking stand lip flaps. I hate that up and down shit. That's why I do what I do. Because I'm just a little fucking pretentious little pompous prick about it. I'm just like, it needs to look more like Disney. But I just do it because it pleases. I just do it because it pleases me. I don't do it to please anybody else.
Although I will say one thing to editors out there: if you are editing with old footage, stop masking. For the love of God, if you are editing something old and the frames are jumping about, just take a screenshot. Masking is advanced techniques. Do not do it if it will look shit.
Fucking there's people at the tip of the top of this game who don't even follow that rule. There's people who made that rule who don't follow the rule themselves. Yeah. I'm not gonna name. We can't name names specifically here, but my God, no one.
I think
someone made that. Oh no, we can't. I know this is the last episode, but they'll take it down if we go that route. We had a very precarious set of rules when I started this show. Maybe at the very end, we'll sing like "We Didn't Start the Fire," and we'll just start naming. Fuck their fans.
Okay. No.
I
need to keep neutral. I won't call anyone out, but if you do want to leave with us singing "We Didn't Start the Fire," where we replace every single verse with the N-word, I will be comfortable.
That'll get bleeped too, so like it won't even matter. We might as well just say that. Pretend we were shit talking people. That's a sad thing about this community is that they would rather us just fucking scream the N-word than shit talk someone.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a sad set of circumstances. It's so fucking sad.
Well, let's face it, the idea of criticism is just not something that's acceptable within the community anymore. Like, I got blasted for Gantz, and I'll be honest, like, it kind of stung.
Oh, it hurts. Oh,
it stung a fair
I gotta
bit
be honest,
because...
it hurts. It always hurts. Because that shit's your baby. You work on it for so long. Yeah, no one's saying it doesn't hurt. The problem is that people lack the fucking emotional fucking equipment to fucking deal with the hurt. And you need to learn. That's the real fucking world. I don't give a fuck if we're on the internet. I'm bringing the real world to you.
No, that is 100% right. Like, you just got to be able to take
your
from
fucking
it.
lumps.
And even if you don't agree with it,
everyone's fucking get it.
Yeah, just
some
pretend.
People choose to listen.
Just fucking pretend you do.
Some people choose to fucking throw a shit fit about it, and some people just laugh it off. Do that. Even if it hurts personally, just laugh it off. Don't give them the fucking benefit of you sweating, but actually listen to what they like. If there's actual information in that criticism, please absorb it, because that's the point.
Exactly. And you know what? If you feel like you already know, like if you feel like you're about to post something and just say, "Hey, look, don't mention anything about this, and this, because I already know about it," then you're a fucking idiot. And I am calling myself out there. Fuck me, Dad! I fell. I didn't. My phone did. I can't hear a word. Give me a second.
Call life alert.
Well, I've got. Okay, for the people at home, I'm going to give you a little behind the scenes
Sam just
action
tripped
here.
over his balls.
They are huge and slippery, which makes it just makes tripping just a fucking awful thing, a reality in my life.
Kids slide down it.
They don't technically know their balls. I do paint them red.
He just lays down on the beach and they just start running out like a slip and slide into the beach.
It's fucking fun. It's fucking fun
for all
man.
ages.
And I'm not going to put on. Yeah, when I put my balls away, everyone's like, "No, bring it back out," and I'm like, "I can't. I got work."
The fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, you fell.
That's what. Have you guys just really enjoyed the Australian tourism now that we can't go to America anymore?
Did we fucking bar you, or are you just doing it out of principle?
basically out of principle, let's face it, the only people moving to America are the left-wing Australians who are not fond of Donald Trump.
I don't know, man. I'm white and straight, so like it's just been another normal day for me.
You want to hear my opinion on Donald
changed,
Trump?
Except we have more white people being louder and pretending like they're above it.
Can we like stop pretending that we just didn't have idiots before? Like we've always had
Politicians
fucking idiots,
have always
and they've
been
just had a
fucking
different
shit.
face.
And don't get me wrong, this guy's definitely the cream of the crop. This is the natural escalation.
Oh, he's a dumb fuck.
This is the natural escalation. He's definitely the worst of the worst, but it's been bad before. It's always been this bad. It's just now it's not. Now it's not your partisanship is what it is. That's the difference maker now. Like how you feel now.
Yeah.
This is what fucking old white people felt about Obama the past 8 years. Same fucking shit. Same fucking shit.
I mean, let's face it. It is mostly based on color. They didn't like a black president.
It's definitely my fucking grandpa.
Cut
My
that
grandpa,
joke.
Democrat for the rest of his entire life. As soon as Obama ran, I've always been a Republican. I'm like, no.
That's bullshit.
You've
Grandpa.
betrayed your own kind for a different kind.
You know, I just really want to convince like a really racist old person. I just really want to bring them into just, you know.
I just want to fucking bring him in. I just want to bring him
tolerant.
to Detroit and just have a bunch of black people beat the shit out of him. You know, it's never too old to build some character.
No. If you want to turn your grandpa's tolerance around, what you need to do is go visit him at his place in full blackface
and kiss him, and then he has black on his face, so that he kissed a black gay man, and now he's turning black. It's infectious.
No, you just make him think he's like lived with like my grandson's black. I guess they're all right. You need to do that, man. And if you don't, your grandpa, you've kept racism alive. Personally,
But the thing I hate the most about this tenor right now, this curtain era, is my god, comedy is fucking dying on both fronts, both ends. Everyone is in trouble. Because you got these over fucking sensitive people who think they can fucking tell us what to do and what to say. And on the other end of the spectrum, it's nothing but fucking Trump jokes. And it's like, and I'm guilty of it. Like when we were in the heat of the election, I was doing my Trump impression. I was all over it. But the minute the inauguration happened, it was over. It was already dead.
that's when the jokes stopped being
It
funny.
was a dead horse, and we were still beating it at that point. But we're still doing it. And I'm just thinking to myself, what the fuck are all these people gonna do when he gets impeached or he doesn't win the next 4 years? Where do we go? There's like this era made made some comedians jobs. Like, what do they have now?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if I'm somebody who's that fucking guy's got I think there's a guy on Comedy Central has a show where he just plays on Trump. I've never seen it, but I know there's a show where someone literally just plays Trump. He better be saving all that cash because he's got nothing else left when that's all done. Holy shit!
I know on SNL, like Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, he's
had,
playing.
like, a couple of
he's
Trump
playing.
impersonations.
Forget the fact that we all hated him before then. I mean, I loved Baldwin, but most
I've
people,
always loved
But
Alec
the people
Baldwin. He's
who
a piece of shit,
love him
but-
right now for what he's doing, they were not fans of him before. But we make fun of the funny orange
absolutely
man, and
not.
it's all forgiven. It's this shitty double standard, and it's fucking horrific. It's just that's the thing that bothers me the most.
Well, it's just all those lefties, like at that time. I say lefties. I'm not a righty. I'm pretty far in the middle.
I'm totally a fucking centrist.
When the whole Alec Baldwin Trump thing, like everyone's like, oh, you know, he's like fighting for the left side, but Alec Baldwin is like, he's politically left, but morally an asshole.
I think he's a
he's-
pretty conservative dude. I think he's in there.
If with this
dare I
idea
say
that
it's
conservatism,
called orange. I dare we say
equates to being
dare we say
selfish.
we now have a new orange face.
Well, I don't think you're allowed to do that. It's just as offensive as blackface.
I think
I'm
it's
pretty
more
sure, orange
offensive.
face.
because
You can get deported in America.
because I have a Twitter account with 280 characters and I got all caps locked, baby. It's just this all happened so fucking fast. Like I just mentioned, man, I kind of miss all my friends in comedy. I kind of don't miss it in its current state. I'm kind of glad that I'm on the scripted ends of things now, because I wouldn't be able to survive that. Like, I mean, shit was already getting pretty heavy when I was, because I finished my first year of college is when I started hitting out the gate, and I was already getting a rise out of people. I was like, ooh, this is a slippery slope, but I didn't imagine we'd be here right now in just a matter of a couple of years. I thought this would be like a couple decades or two. We'd be here. Like I'd be an old man, and this would be happening. But I'm fucking 25, and I already feel like an old, ornery man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with kids these days in the fucking comedy?
Oh, I feel pretty young. I dab regularly. Yeah, well, see, if you're trying to keep young, there's 3 things you need to do. 1, dab often. This is my own personal thing that I do to keep myself young. Yeah, dab often. Don't, drink plenty of water. And 3, kill yourself at 26.
And this is the part of the podcast where LeRoy and Sprite Stuff talks about suicide for 20 fucking minutes. And it was gross.
Oh, there absolutely fucking is. I can't turn on my television anymore because there is a market for everyone, and I hate that I'm not a part of it anymore.
I watch cable just to watch American football, and that's about it. Otherwise, that TV never goes on. I'm wasting so much money having cable.
The last time I actually watched a television was almost a month and a half ago, and it was to watch sport.
Fucking, there was a Young Sheldon commercial. I'm like, yep, I'm not missing anything. There's just nothing.
Have you actually watched Young Sheldon?
I didn't watch. I saw the teaser trailer because someone forced me to see it until.
No. Ignore the teaser trailer. Everyone shits on Young Sheldon. That show is
here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. From what I saw, it's definitely better than the main show. I'll give it that. It definitely looks better.
Dude, Young Sheldon is legitimately clever. It is. It's really weird. It's just a show about a young boy growing up with autism and there's some funny situations that comes out of that.
A comedic nuanced approach to autism. Fucking Abridged community, take notes.
You're laughing. You're fucking laughing, but that's what it is.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. That's what we would interpret as the audience. But are the people making it really doing this?
No,
I don't think they are.
Absolutely. No. It's 100. It's not an act. It's not an accidental thing. They actually give time for these moments. And the kid who plays Sheldon, he's not the best. But
I mean, it doesn't take talent to play Sheldon. Scene. Let's be honest. All right. I would watch it if you played young Sheldon. I think you could.
At my age now.
I think you'd be perfect right now. This is the perfect time for you to play a young autistic boy.
That was a little kiss over the microphone.
I felt it, man. My ass was on the microphone, though.
Why do you think I blew so hard? By the way, I've never seen an episode of
I know you're fucking shitting me. There's no fucking way he's got time to watch that shit.
I feel like I gotta watch it now just for the meme of it all, the experience of young Sheldon.
No, because now I'm gonna watch it so that I can make that same joke, but actually back it up. So I can actually cite scenes and shit. I'll do a Young Sheldon Abridged.
Yeah. No, there's just this great scene where, Sheldon's talking and he's his mother's explaining to him why he can't call the other kids a cunt at school. And he's just he's really, really sad.
It's the part when
because he doesn't know. Where did you even heard that word, young man? I learned it from you, okay?
That fucking...
Oh, yeah, I did call you a cunt this morning.
It's just fucking Young Sheldon's just this really dramatic slice of life anime. Remember when he when he killed his best friend? That was fucking sick. And here's the thing, when he learns Bazinga, it's actually this old friend of his that says it. It's he carries it like a torch. His friend dies, he goes, Bazinga, Bazinga.
I was gonna say Bazinga's the name of a squirrel he had that he put in a plastic bag and suffocated.
No, yeah, that's no. This is the episode of I was gonna say the episode of Bazinga. This is the episode of Young Sheldon I want, where it's completely normal. Let the CBS fucking suits write whatever the fuck they want. But I just want a quick bit, maybe there's some morning narration. You know how they all start? He wakes up in the mornings and you're oh, this is my life, and well, yada yada yada, and you just see him walk to a table. With just a 2-liter gallon of Mountain Dew but filled with water, and he starts shaking it, and then he zoom in on it, and you see there's a rat in there. and they don't address it. It's very fast. He just goes shh, and he puts it down and he walk, and so the audience is was there a live rat in there?
Was it
just,
alive
just
when you
little
put
bits
it
like
in?
that, like you see, like there's like a cut in half frog in the background. You just see these mutilated little animals. He goes to bed and he's like, "Good night, spy." You look underneath his bed. It's that fucking headless dog Russian experiment. Just a brief 5 to the butt, fade out and cut. The end. And the dog and the dog
friend Bazinga. It's like the head, a head of a dog and a child of a body.
The dog's in fucking tears. just fucking fade
Just every
cut.
night crying.
Oh my god.
Oh, can you fucking imagine what it'd be like to have your head on a different body? Because I bet you'd be able to.
They're
tell
trying
the
to
difference.
do it. There's an experiment. I think in Russia they're gonna do it. They're gonna
How
they're gonna
close are we?
decapitate a guy with his brainstem and they're gonna attach it to another dude's body.
Okay, that guy'll never be able to jerk off again. Like, can you imagine if it was like a really homophobic guy who's like getting that
I
transplant?
think the guy's like a quadriplegic or some shit, or somehow like that's what I wonder. Like, does your
okay.
fucking nervous
So he's not missing out
does
on
your
anything.
nervous
then.
system like you're gonna carry some of that with you? How's that gonna fucking work? But I guess he's like a quadriplegic
surely.
or some shit. By some way. I'd assume it's at the most basic level to which this fucking thing can fix. I have no idea, but I just don't see it working. This is like some scary pseudoscience. The guy's gonna attach the head and he's gonna fucking die.
Well, can you?
But like I said,
I mean,
like you just
all
said,
that
he's not
stuff,
missing
that's
much.
too sciencey for me.
Like, this guy cannot fucking move, so it's like
Yeah.
I think he's ready to fucking go. So like coolest way possible.
No, if it was like a ready dude, like if it was a dude who'd already lived,
Like I'm ready to kill my.
like
Here's the thing. Here's the
he's
thing.
like
I'm
that,
ready to
yeah.
fucking kill myself, but then you give me the option to have Dwayne the Rock Johnson's body, but there's like a 95% chance I'll die. I'll fucking roll the dice on that. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. Would you though? Would you though?
No,
'Cause you
fuck it.
have
I want
The
Kate.
Rock
I want Kate
Johnson's
Upton's body.
Because the thing about genitals was where I was going to go into this, so I like you've changed your mind on that.
Oh yeah,
one.
where were you gonna go? Let's pretend I did not save myself there.
Okay, no, you've got the Rock's body.
No, I want.
You've got to jerk off the Rock's dick.
Oh my god. Well, I would have his hands though. It'd be okay. I would learn. Like I
he
would have
would-
to learn. It would take some training, but because it wouldn't
No,
be
I'm
my
saying,
original
like,
hands.
if you were like one of those really hyper like masculine straight males, like you just wouldn't be able to get this surgery. 'Cause
I
you've
could.
got
Here's
this
the thing.
fucking
I'm not
gay
trying to be
every time
super
you touch it.
masculine man, but no, I couldn't do it. Like if I woke up with another dude's fucking dick, it just like no fucking way. I've
touching
difficulty just
that.
watching porn when there's other dudes' dicks in it. Like this does not work.
Really?
I just can't.
Oh, I prefer it.
I'm sure you do.
I
I
will,
wish I did.
I will make sure
I'd
that
have
there is a
more
good amount of
options.
dicks within the
But I
video.
can't. It fucking ruins it for me. I can't do it.
I honestly like straight people and porn. I don't
I
get
like
you guys.
to think
you
I'm
guys are-
progressive, but clearly I'm not. I'm no better than my grandpa.
Did we even talk about abridging?
We did the beginning. So we're good. We met our quota.
We
Quota
did.
has been met.
Abridging sucks and don't do
never
it.
do it. It's a mistake. Abridging was a mistake. It's gonna end soon anyways.
We just had the most original ideas ever.
Just be super original like the
No
guys
one's
from
ever
Sheldon.
thought abridging
Oh,
was
that's what I was
bad.
gonna say. I want the dude from Sheldon's body. I want Kid Sheldon's body.
Oh, I thought you meant like Jim Parsons.
Yeah, that too.
Because if I was in Jim Parsons' body, the first thing I would do was jack off his cock.
First thing I would do.
want to know how that thing
The first thing I would
handles.
do was climb on walls like a little fucking golem creature, like I know he does.
Jim Parsons
Bazinga!
definitely hangs from the ceiling.
You know he sleeps upside down. You know he does. He's some fucking Nosferatu.
If I was in
motherfucker.
like his body, like if he had my head and his body, like the first thing I would do is
that
just
would
like
be hot.
do my best to just fuck. I want to know what I just want to see who would fuck that guy.
Like your head on
Like,
his body. Like how do you
Not
balance
to be rude
that?
to him.
That'd be tough.
Oh, my head is my most attractive feature.
No.
so on
I'm not
his
talking
body-
about sexual balance. I'm talking about like just weight.
Oh, that would be weird. He's got like no
He's got no
shoulders, and
neck.
I am just shoulders.
He's got no neck.
He would not be able to support my head.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like you'd be,
Like if
you'd be
lift
like
the
a
head
giant
over,
baby man.
I would be drooping.
You'd fall over. You'd be like ramming your head into shit, like just falling over. You can't even stand straight now. You fell during this podcast.
If he falls, like that's a long way for his head to go, before it hits the concrete. That's a
He's
lot of
fucking
momentum it's
dead.
building up.
And I think he'd have it that way too.
He's like literally never tripped in his life
You
before.
can't risk it.
I like
There's so many. There's the Sheldon cinematic universe is yet to begin. He's got so much to do.
like the Season 16 of The Big Bang Theory is going to get really, really dark, where Sheldon sees someone trip for the first time, finds out what tripping is, and comes to terms with his own morality.
He's just like, oh god, like he can't leave that. Like he just gets paler, I mean paler than usual, and he just never leaves. He goes, people can fall and die.
Yeah.
Jim Parsons, we need you to come out of the room. We gotta film season 25. No, Bazinga. You have enough footage. You can just green screen and I can just ADR it.
Actually, I think if you know, put your money where your mouth is. I want an entire episode with just CGI'd in Jim Parsons.
I want a really bad CG Jim Parsons, and it looks no different. Like it looks like PS1 graphics.
So I will go back to my old uni and just go to the animation department, bringing in a keg of beer, and says, "Whoever can make me a CGI model of Jim Parsons gets this."
No, beer, no.
Because that's how you get people to do shit for
yes.
you. Just bring them beer.
Pizza and beer, and you're fucking good. Okay, wait there.
Hey guys, I need to put up a shed. There will be pizza and beer.
Even though it's just animators, I need a shed. Animate me a new shed.
Oh, will there be pizza and beer? Yeah. Fun fact. For some reason, I started out doing a really, really racist Asian accent for that comment.
I heard it.
But I saved it just in time.
Now you're just indigenous. That's what I heard. I heard red tree oak.
Oh man, fuck it! I'm just gonna dive into it now. Oh, doing the Asian accent. I'm so offensive. I am offensive. Actually, get mad at me for that. Wow, I shouldn't have done that.
I know. We gotta end this now before we do something. We already talked about suicide and Asians. What's the worst we can do now? Don't answer that, because it's over.
I think we have to say.
Thank you.
I think we both have to say at the same time.
You just said it, but you want me to be fucking complicit in your fucking hate speech. Fine, let's do it. Let's just end it right now. I mean, the rest of the abridged community does it. Let's just do it right now. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Mark Guy Cow King.
Oh wow!
It's the same thing.
You tricked me.
It's like the same thing. Don't worry. It will have to be bleeped. All right, that's enough. Thank you, Sam, for. Probably the best episode, if I'll be honest. This is the only episode that probably had any effort put into it. Of this fucking immaculate 6-episode run that no one cared about, but...
Oh, man.
Alright, adios.
Oh, I listened to them. I listen to old episodes. You'll learn something.
You'll learn something, but no one wants to learn anything.
Yeah. Also, hit me up on Twitter and yell at me for all the fucked up things I said.
I know, alright, I'll bleep them all. I'll make it sound like you said like the best, most profound things. You'll have to do. I'll get Jim Parsons to do your ADR.
Have him re-record my entire bit.
Everything bad thing you say is just replaced by Bazinga, and you're just you're forgiven because it's comedy gold. And everything I say is replaced with a Trump impression.
Burn out.
And thus we have reached the conclusion of Burning Bridges. I literally have nothing profound to say. I got nothing planned. I actually don't know how to exit this. How do I sign off, exactly? If I give you, like, one more word of wisdom, I guess? I guess I just say, if you want to get anywhere in whatever you set out to do, just keep learning and keep fucking grinding. Keep busting your ass. And if you don't want to do any of those things... then stay the fuck out of my way. I'm Ivan LeRoy, and catch me if you can.